June 6, 1944, Omaha Beach, Normandy. The landing craft lurched violently as the ramp slammed down onto the blood-soaked sand. The deafening symphony of gunfire and exploding shells echoed across the vast expanse of Omaha Beach. My heart pounded in my chest, synchronized with the rhythmic thuds of boots hitting the cold metal floor. The acrid scent of gunpowder and the metallic tang of the sea mingled in the damp air. I gripped my rifle, fingers trembling with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The weight of my gear seemed to amplify the gravity of the moment. My helmet pressed into my temples, and the weight of the world rested on my shoulders. This was it, the fateful dawn of D-Day. As the ramp dropped, the world outside exploded into chaos. The roar of machine guns, the thunderous crack of artillery, and the anguished cries of fallen comrades melded into a symphony of war. I fixed my gaze on the beach, a desolate stretch of sand brimming with obstacles and the twisted wreckage of machines meant for destruction. A wall of relentless German gunfire greeted us as we charged forward, adrenaline propelling us through the cold waves that clawed at our legs. The water turned crimson as it absorbed the lifeblood of the fallen. The beach, once pristine, now resembled a hellscape. But we had a job to do. My thoughts blurred as I sprinted towards the seawall, seeking refuge from the relentless barrage. The sand underfoot felt like quicksand, each step a struggle against the invisible hands of death. Artillery shells burst in the sky, casting ominous shadows across the shore. My breaths came in ragged gasps, the metallic taste of fear clawing at the back of my throat. Reaching the seawall, I pressed my back against the cold, damp concrete, momentarily shielded from the enemy's relentless onslaught. My comrades, faces etched with determination, fought alongside me. The staccato rhythm of gunfire, mixed with the indistinguishable shouts of orders, created a chaotic harmony that defined the moment. The seconds stretched into eternities as we prepared to breach the seawall. The distant memories of home, the laughter of friends, and the warmth of family flashed before my eyes. Were these to be my last thoughts? No time for self-pity. My training kicked in, and with a primal roar, we surged forward. Over the wall, into the unknown. The beach unfolded before me like a macabre painting, a surreal blend of destruction and defiance. We navigated through craters filled with the fallen, their lifeless eyes staring into an empty abyss. Each step carried the weight of the fallen on our shoulders, a somber reminder of the sacrifice that paved the way for our advance. Through the smoke, I glimpsed the formidable German defenses, a fortress of steel and concrete. My rifle spat fire in response, the sharp cracks blending seamlessly with the symphony of war. The comrades at my side fought with a ferocity born of desperation and duty, their faces etched with the realization that survival meant victory. As we pressed forward, the once impenetrable defenses began to crumble. The courage of every soldier forged a path through the heart of darkness. We advanced, not as individuals, but as a collective force, an embodiment of resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. The beach, stained with the blood of heroes, bore witness to the triumph of the human spirit. We had stormed the gates of hell and emerged on the other side, forever changed by the echoes of courage that resonated through the hallowed sands of Omaha Beach. June 7, 1944, Normandy countryside. The morning sun, a hesitant witness to the horrors of the previous day, cast its golden glow on the war-ravaged Normandy landscape. The air still crackled with tension, but a profound quiet had settled over the countryside, broken only by the distant echoes of artillery and the mournful cries of seagulls overhead. As dawn painted the world in hues of amber, we gathered on the outskirts of the beachhead. Faces, wearied by the merciless trials of war, reflected the weight of the past hours. Some stared into the distance, lost in thoughts that transcended the immediate battlefield. Others exchanged silent glances, understanding the unspoken bond forged in the crucible of combat. Orders came, solemn and purposeful. We were to advance further inland, leaving the haunting memories of the beach behind. The countryside, dotted with hedgerows and quaint villages, offered a stark contrast to the hellish battleground we had traversed. Our unit moved with a measured determination, a silent acknowledgement that survival required a relentless march forward. The landscape unfolded like a tapestry of resilience, ruined farmhouses standing defiantly against the scars of war, fields trampled by the boots of both friend and foe. The eerie silence was occasionally punctuated by distant gunfire, a reminder that the enemy still lurked, regrouping in the shadows. We navigated through the hedgerows, their dense foliage concealing the uncertainties that lay beyond. The camaraderie among us, born of shared sacrifice, became a source of strength as we pressed deeper into enemy territory. The villages, once tranquil and picturesque, now bore the brutal marks of conflict. Charred remnants of buildings stood as silent witnesses to the passage of violence. We moved cautiously, mindful of hidden dangers and the possibility of ambush. Every corner turned, every doorway breached, brought a surge of adrenaline, a testament to the ever-present threat that lingered. Amidst the ruins, we encountered local villagers whose eyes told stories of both fear and gratitude. They whispered tales of occupation, of resilience, and of dreams deferred by the cruel hand of war. In those moments, our mission transcended mere military objectives. It became a crusade against tyranny, a commitment to liberate the oppressed. The day wore on, and as we advanced, the echoes of gunfire seemed to retreat into the distance. We established makeshift camps, finding solace in shared laughter and the warmth of camaraderie. The night, though restless, bore a promise of renewal. The stars overhead, indifferent witnesses to our struggles, shimmered with a quiet resilience that mirrored our own. As I lay on my rough cot, I reflected on the journey from the chaos of Omaha Beach to the fragile peace of the Normandy countryside. The price paid in blood and tears weighed heavily on my heart, but a newfound sense of purpose fueled the embers of hope. The battle was far from over, but each step forward marked a triumph over despair, a testament to the indomitable spirit that defined us as soldiers, bound by a shared destiny on the path to victory. June 8, 1944, Liberated Village in Normandy. The dawn of June 8th bathed the liberated village in a soft, golden glow. The air, once thick with the acrid stench of war, now carried a subtle fragrance of hope. Our weary unit, bearing the scars of battle, found respite within the humble dwellings of the village. For the first time in days, the distant rumble of artillery felt like a fading nightmare, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves in the morning breeze. The villagers emerged cautiously from their hiding places, their eyes reflecting a blend of gratitude and wariness. We shared silent nods, recognizing the fragility of this newfound alliance. The local children, wide-eyed and curious, cautiously approached, their innocence momentarily transcending the shadows of war. As we distributed rations and medical supplies, a collective sense of purpose enveloped the village, a unity born from the shared pursuit of freedom. Our commanding officer gathered us in the village square, a makeshift stage framed by cobblestone streets and weathered facades. With unwavering resolve, he spoke of the path that lay ahead, of towns yet to be liberated, of comrades yet to return, and of the collective responsibility we bore to ensure that the sacrifices made on Omaha Beach were not in vain. The day unfolded as a delicate balance between military operations and the restoration of normalcy. In the heart of the village, our medics tended to wounded soldiers and civilians alike, their healing hands a balm for the wounds of war. As the villagers gradually regained a semblance of normal life, the echoes of conflict began to fade into the background. A spontaneous gathering unfolded in the village square, a mixture of soldiers and locals, bound by a shared celebration of newfound freedom. Music, a balm for weary souls, emanated from an accordion played by a villager, its melodies intertwining with laughter and the clinking of liberated bottles. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee and shared stories wafted through the air, creating a tapestry of shared humanity amidst the remnants of war. In the late afternoon, we were joined by a detachment of Allied forces who had secured neighboring towns. Their arrival marked a pivotal moment, a tangible manifestation of the broader campaign to reclaim occupied territories. United by a common cause, we exchanged stories, shared strategies, and found strength in the collective determination that pulsed through our combined ranks. As nightfall draped its velvet curtain over the liberated village, a sense of gratitude and camaraderie lingered in the air. The villagers and soldiers, once strangers thrust together by the chaos of war, now stood united as guardians of a hard-fought freedom. As I lay beneath the star-studded canopy of the Normandy sky, a profound sense of responsibility settled over me. The battles ahead were uncertain, but the liberated village served as a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of unity. The path to victory, though fraught with challenges, seemed navigable when walked in the company of those who shared not only the burden of war, but also the collective dream of a world emancipated from tyranny. June 9, 1944, advancing through the heartland. The morning sun cast its warm rays upon the liberated village, awakening a sense of purpose among us. With a newfound determination, our unit prepared to resume the march through the heartland of Normandy. The liberated village, a sanctuary of hope, gradually faded from view as we embarked on the next phase of our journey. As we advanced, the landscape transformed, a patchwork of rolling hills, dense forests, and meandering rivers. Our ragtag convoy rumbled along narrow country roads, flanked by hedgerows that concealed both the beauty and uncertainty of the French countryside. The air, tinged with the scent of blooming wildflowers, carried whispers of resilience from the fields of the liberated village. Our objective lay beyond the horizon, an occupied town that awaited liberation. Intel suggested fortified positions and determined resistance. The memory of Omaha Beach lingered, a sobering reminder that the path to victory was paved with sacrifice. Yet, the liberated village had infused us with a renewed spirit, a testament to the transformative power of liberation. As we approached the outskirts of the next town, the air crackled with tension. The distant rumble of artillery underscored the gravity of our mission. The convoy halted, and we fanned out, moving with a quiet determination that belied the storm brewing on the horizon. The town, eerily silent, awaited its liberation from the grip of tyranny. Every step echoed through the cobblestone streets, a cautious dance between anticipation and trepidation. The first signs of resistance emerged, a sniper's shot, muffled footsteps retreating into the shadows. We pressed forward, eyes scanning every corner, every window, for the unseen adversary. The town square, once a bustling center of life, lay eerily still. Our unit moved methodically, clearing buildings one by one, determined to root out the remnants of the occupying force. Each liberated building, marked with the scrawl of triumphant soldiers, became a testament to the inexorable march of freedom. The encounter in the town square was brief but intense. The enemy, fortified in the church's shadow, fought with a desperate resolve. Our unit responded with a coordinated assault, a ballet of gunfire and tactical maneuvering that mirrored the ebb and flow of war. In the aftermath, the liberated town square stood as a silent witness to the cost of freedom. As dusk settled, the town emerged from the shadows of occupation. Locals cautiously emerged from hiding, their eyes reflecting a blend of relief and gratitude. The church bells, silenced for too long, rang out in a triumphant melody that echoed through the narrow streets. We gathered in the town square, soldiers and liberated alike, sharing silent nods of recognition, a mutual understanding of the sacrifices made and the battles yet to be fought. The liberated village, now a distant memory, served as a beacon lighting our path through the heartland of Normandy. As we regrouped and prepared for the next phase of our journey, the liberated town stood as a symbol of resilience, an indomitable testament to the collective will to reclaim the stolen moments of normalcy amidst the chaos of war. June 10, 1944, shadows of loss. The morning sun rose over the Normandy landscape, painting the fields in hues of gold and green. The liberated town, a testament to our recent victories, stood in stark contrast to the somber reality that awaited us. The air, heavy with the scent of dew-kissed grass, carried whispers of the challenges yet to come. Our unit gathered in the makeshift command post, faces etched with the weariness of battles fought and losses endured. The liberated town had cost us, not only in blood and sweat, but in the haunting absence of one of our own. My best friend, a comrade in arms whose laughter had echoed through the liberated village just days before, now existed only in the fragments of memories that lingered in the silent spaces between our words. News of his death had reached us in the quiet hours of the night, a cruel reminder that even in the pursuit of freedom, the cost could be unbearably high. The bond we had shared, forged in the crucible of war, now lay shattered, leaving behind a void that echoed with the emptiness of loss. The day unfolded like a fog-laden dream, the vibrant hues of the countryside dulled by the shadows of grief. Our footsteps, once resolute, now carried the weight of sorrow as we moved through the heartland of Normandy. The liberated town, once a symbol of triumph, felt haunted by the specter of a fallen friend. As we approached the next town on our mission, a heavy silence settled over the unit. The chirping of birds and the rustle of leaves seemed to mock the absence of our friend's laughter. The town, though still under occupation, felt eerily desolate, mirroring the emptiness within our hearts. The battle that ensued was a blur, a symphony of gunfire and distant explosions that blended into the numbing cadence of grief. Each step forward became a painful reminder of the void left by our fallen comrade. The liberated town square, marked by the scrawls of triumphant soldiers, now bore witness to the heavy toll of war. As night fell, we gathered in a quiet corner of the liberated town, a makeshift memorial to honor the memory of our friend. The flickering candlelight cast dancing shadows on faces stained with tears. Each shared story, each choked-back sob, was a bittersweet tribute to a life cut short in the pursuit of freedom. The liberated town, once a symbol of resilience, now embodied the complexity of war, a juxtaposition of triumph and tragedy, liberation and loss. The stars overhead, indifferent witnesses to our pain, shimmered in the night sky, offering a silent backdrop to the weight of our collective grief. As we prepared to move forward, the liberated town served as a poignant reminder that, in the pursuit of freedom, sacrifices were not measured in territory gained, but in the cherished lives lost along the way. The road ahead, though daunting, bore the weight of our friend's memory, urging us to press on with a determination fueled by the echoes of his laughter, now forever etched in the soul of our shared journey.